Hello, everybody watching this bullshit. My name is Blake. You may call me Zendikon. I'm gonna close my door for this. Uh, my birthday was yesterday, as of this recording. Uh, so there's a little bow on my door. When I woke up yesterday, my siblings had put this on my door. I have a little clip here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me open the door all the way. Uh-oh. Pulled it off on accident. No. No. My mail clip. Yeah. This is not how I expected this video to go. Yeah. But yeah, so what my siblings do is when they bring the mail in, if there's anything for me, they just stick it right there. So I can just pull this down. But yesterday, for my birthday, they tied this to it that they made by hand. And it's so pretty. I love it. But it often gets in the way of me closing the door. So I might pull it down and try and hang it up elsewhere. That was a nice surprise. I love that. My Isaac plushie over there. So basically, I had this idea. Well, okay, it's not my idea. One of my friends had me this idea, and they said, like, dude, your dreams are incredible. You should talk about that on YouTube. You could get more content out of that. And I was like, if you say so. So I have a lot of dreams. I don't know which one I will talk about next time, but this time I'm going to talk about the dream I had last night. It is a very simple dream because it directly references three shows that already exist. Literally, the dream is a silly dream that combines three different movies, right? It combines Spider-Man, Stranger Things, and it combines what's the other one? The other one is like closing this out. Yeah, the other one was the Nun. I think it was called the Nun. I don't know. I just know it's that guy that screams, "The power of Christ compels you" a lot, all that jazz. Basically, Spider-Man was just a side character in the dream that was just kicking ass being Spider-Man for whatever reason. Don't know why. Don't really care. It was a fun dream to have with Spider-Man kicking the ass of the Demogorgons from Stranger Things. But also, it also featured those possessed people, right, attacking the people in the Stranger Things. When this priest shows up, right, and like he's like got like the whole setup. He's like doing the whole nun thing, and like he's like screaming, "The power of Christ compels you," holding a cross up to people's faces, and like the smoke is leaving their body, and they're going back to normal for whatever reason. It's crazy stuff. At some point, it says, "The power of God protects me," and like tentacles that are trying to attack him, like get fully stopped by some invisible force field. The smoke from his incense burner was causing the fleshy stuff of the mind flayer to like catch fire as it got touched. For whatever reason, flicking the holy water onto people was able to purge them of the possession if he flicked it enough while he was chanting whatever Islamic chant he has. There was a flashback mid dream that like talked about like how the dude's brother was a scientist and how he believed that like the uh, the faith and hope that humanity has power, and that because he's practicing something that like so many people have faith in was that had power over reality, right? And he said that it's power of the human mind, and by practicing something that everyone believes in, putting inadvertently tapping into the psyche or the psychic power of billions of people on the world, right? All over the world, which is like, insane to think about. And he said that is the power of God. He said, that is what I believe. He said, the scientist said, like, he believes that, like, there is no God. But he says, that doesn't make the practices of God any less real. And he said, that's why I go to church. And in the flashback, he said, that's also why I've called upon you, because my daughter's possessed by a spirit, and I have no way of fixing it without your help. And I didn't see much in the flashback as to what the possessed daughter was like, but I seem to remember the brother of the priest mentioned that like they thought it was a multiple personality disorder at first, but they realized that each of the personalities besides the original one had powers of some sort, and it was causing her pain and suffering. So like that's why they called upon her. And I'm doing this like early in the morning right now, but like yeah, because like it's fresh in my memory. I'm recording it now while I'm thinking about it. I might talk about some other dreams I've had in the past in the future, but like yeah, for the most part, that was the important bits. Oh yeah. Towards the end of the dream, uh, as he's trying to purge Billy of like the mind flayer's influence, Billy says, "Stop, wait, who is Christ?" In that demonic voice that he sometimes does, and like and I think that's when he had the flashback to his brother explaining what he believes the religious practices power is. And like he then after the flashback he then goes to like uh he then contemplates how like the best way to respond to this is to give the kids faith, to scare this demon off or whatever. And then like a tentacle is trying to attack him from behind, and like I forget who it was. What I think it was Duncan screamed, "Behind you! Look out!" And like he said, "The power of God protects me. Force field, invisible force field protects him from the backwards impaling tentacle." And he goes on this spiel about God created this world, humanity are his creations and his children. He sent his only son, Christ, to prove to us that he'll never abandon us, and he hasn't abandoned us since. You are tampering with a world that does not belong to you, blah, blah, blah. You will be dispelled merely by our faith in God alone because you are nothing, blah, blah, blah. And that scares off the possessed Billy as he's like trying not to get overwhelmed by numerous tentacles that are coming at him from all angles. And eventually the tentacles give up, and like it starts to do another flashback to another morning where like he's hearing like an alarm clock go off, and he goes to hit the alarm clock and he realizes it's still going, goes to hit it again, and then I realize, oh wait, that's my brother's alarm clock, and I wake up because my brothers are getting ready for school. So yeah, it's a silly dream. It's a very interesting dream. It combined like legitimately half of the dream is just taking place in a high school locker room, and it just focusing on Spider-Man kicking the asses of the Demogorgons, which is very pleasing to watch, seeing Demogorgons getting flipped around like they're paperweights or like they're toys or something. But like for the most part, it's like it's very interesting concept. Like, would Spider-Man help out very much in the Stranger Things scenario? Obviously, the answer is yes, but like, how much help would he be? Would a priest be able to purge the mind flayer from people if the mind flayer didn't try to kill the people he was purging them from? You know, I remember in Stranger Things 2, I think it was 2 or 3, Will was pretty much getting possessed by it. And and when someone tried to do an exorcism on Will, it ended up hurting him really badly. You know, like you do when you're being exorcised. But like there was a thing the dream gave me an idea. Like, what if there was a different priest who had more determination to actually like go through with this stuff, and like who understood what was going on and could actually find a way to like purge the demons without killing Will and stuff. Like, would that person be able to help? You know, it's just ideas. It's thoughts that come up that are provoked by my subconscious, by my dreams, and all that. It's nothing serious. I'm not gonna write a story on it or anything like that, but it's an idea, and I figured like if I don't like put something out there for other people to talk about, it won't get talked about at all. This is a very short video. I'm gonna go make some food. You might see me going live on Twitch today as I upload this. Also, yesterday was my birthday, so I had a lot of fun with that. So that's why I didn't do anything then. I might go live and try and finish Dead Space 2 because Nicole really fucks me up. It's fuck. Spoiler. Fuck. There's there's some crazy hallucinations that happen in Dead Space 2. Some fucking batshit crazy hallucinations. I'll just say that. But the final boss sucks ass. It's so hard. It's so easy to die in that. I am pouring a brisk into a cup because I like drinking it out of a cup more than I do out of the bottle. Like that. But anyway. Yeah, that's basically the video. It's a short video. It's nothing serious. And I might do more of these talking about my dreams. Maybe next time I can try talking about the dream I had about the rich kid. I did have a rich kid dream. I think I ended up giving him a name. In the dream, he didn't have a name, but I ended up naming him Yuichi Hasegawa, and his father is also Yuichi Hasegawa, and for whatever reason, he named his child Yuichi Hasegawa II, which in and of itself can give you an idea of what kind of a person Yuichi's father is like. If you know anything about names and how you name someone the second or the third or the fifth or whatever, you don't name a child the second. You name them Junior. And by naming them the second, you're banking that there's going to be a third. And that gives you an idea of what kind of a person Yuichi's father is like. But yeah, the dream was largely inspired by I'll talk about the dream later. It's whatever. That'll make this video take too long. But for the most part, I have other dreams. I think at one point I had a dream inspired by Final Fantasy Sonic, with aspects inspired by Xenonia 3. Another time there was a dream I had inspired directly by Dead Space 3. I don't remember anything about Dead Space 3. Just that there's a regenerator and it kicked my ass. And also there's a madman who's absolutely batshit insane who's trying to kill Isaac. What else is there? There's custom guns. I remember that. That was what made it so fun, is that I could make my own guns. But other than that, I don't remember shit about it. But yeah, I had a dream inspired by that. That made the necromorph invasion look tame by comparison, because of course you do. When you see something horrible, what do? You imagine something worse. And that's, yeah, I could talk about that one day. There was a there was a dream I had. What was it inspired by? I don't remember. There was fuck. What was that dream inspired by? There was like a post-apocalyptic kind of dream I had that was like this dude whose soul was. I think it was inspired by Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I think it was inspired by Lord of the Rings. It was inspired by Sauron. This dude was basically the last human on Earth, and he was trying to kill basically Sauron. And it's crazy how weird that dream gets. This dude gets sentimental over a flower. He talks to his sword from time to time. There's evil plants in it. There's ogres and stuff, and this dude is like a fucking grasshopper. He jumps like way larger than he should be able to. It's like if Cloud was in Lord of the Rings, but Sauron already won and humanity's gone. Um, there was there's a lot of dreams. There's a lot of dreams I've had. I remember there was a dream. There was one dream I had that was inspired by My Hero Academia, obviously. But the dream talked about the poor people in the world, specifically in America. And it talked about people without quirks being compared to people with quirks but didn't have a lot of money, right? Or had weak quirks, you know? It talked about those people who get left behind. And the dream focused a lot on people getting messed with by people with powerful quirks. Like, for instance, one person had, like, the ability to bend metal with his mind, and he played it off as though he had no control over it, but he was a psychopath trying to drive people insane, right? There was one person in the dream who seemed to be some sort of experiment by like some rich organization trying to create the perfect human race or something like that. It gets crazy how in depth that dream got. There was another dream I had that was inspired by Eternal Card Game, as a matter of fact, and it was inspired by the Cabal, and it was also inspired by Ruby. And in the dream, there's this dude who was being plagued by hallucinations and stuff. And one person he kept hallucinating was a real person, but was actually a doctor, right? But the doctor was also like spying on him and stuff. But so he thought that like she was in incredible danger, and it turned out that he was right. She was in incredible danger, but like she hadn't done anything that he thought that she had done, even though she very easily could have been doing those things. And it's a dream that had me wondering what the fuck is going on in this dream. Why is this person trying to hang everyone? Why is that person like able to disable other people's aura with her quirk? It's like there's a lot of twists and turns in this dream. It's crazy. There's a lot of dreams I've had. You know, I have a lot of stories. There was a dream inspired by Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, which is a very silly dream. I could talk about that next time. That would be a very easy one to talk about. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to hear. If I have another dream in the future that's fresh in my memory, I might make another video like this. I like talking about dreams. If you guys have a cool dream you've recently had that you'd like to talk about, go ahead, talk about it. Uh, Dreams spark creativity. They spark imagination. I think some of the best stories I've ever come up with were inspired by dreams I've had. So, like, you know, they're not nothing. Like, in this case, this entire video's premise about the Stranger Things non-Spider-Man crossover. Kind of a nothing dream, but, like, it sparks questions, you know? It leaves you wondering, what if there was a priest that was fully involved? Could a priest hold his own out against the Mind Flayer? You know, what what if a church in secret started talking about the devil being raised in this place, and the world started praying for the devil to be gone? Could the Mind Flayer be purged as if it was the devil? What if? You know, his ideas. It's silly. Anyway, thank you anybody who actually sat down and watched this bullshit. My name is Blake. You may call me Zendicon. Uh, and I'm gonna be playing some Dead Space 2 later. For now, I'm hungry. I'm very hungry. Like this brisk is just like something to drink on right now. But like I get hungry a lot. Uh, I'm about to go make a grilled cheese sandwich. Comment as well whatever you're having for breakfast and or lunch today. Take care.